Hey, welcome to the Day in Life. This is McDowell. Currently, I'm a graduate student at Washington, Kentucky, receiving my master's in sports administration with a concentration in facility and event management. I received my undergraduate studies from Winston-Salem State University, where I received a degree in physical education with a concentration in recreation. I'm doing this documentary to basically show you guys the life of the difference between the HBCU and the PWI, and how different communities evolve around each other, how both of them offer different resources. And the big argument that we tend to have around is that one is better than the other, but from my perspective, I feel as though they are very equal. So while watching this, I want you guys to really visualize on why you might pursue a HBCU or PWI, or why you chose to go to HBCU or PWI. I'm not trying to start no debate, I'm not trying to start no fight. I just wanted to share my perspective and my journey between the two. I really learned a lot from both. Both really helped me when it comes to being a professional. Learn how to be responsible and to help build my character, along with me being able to stay humble throughout my journey. HBCU versus PWI. What's the first thing you think of when you hear that?
The first thing I think of is a black school versus a white school.
From the H itself, historic. So a lot of history along those pavement roads through those schools. A gathering of like-minded individuals who not only have the same mindset, but also look alike. A mecca of culture. Somewhere that your culture is appreciated and accepted, and you can be who you are and enjoy your experience without being judged. So that's what I think about the HBCU.
During my time at WSSU, which is predominantly HBCU, you can truly see the different communities that you have here at the PWI. Predominantly, you're dealing with a lot of people of your same color and the same ethnicity at HBCU. You get to be around those people every day and get to see how those people are focusing on working towards their dreams and their ambitions. That's one of the main reasons I chose to go to HBCU, to interact with the same people of my ethnicity, my color, just to see how we all fight together, being a minority for one, fighting together to achieve each dream every day. But going to PWI, the community is very diverse. You have people of different ethnicities, people of Hispanic, people of Portuguese descent, Pakistan descent. You name it, they have it here on this campus. But the thing that I really lacks here is the diversity here. They really require the interaction. A lot of students don't interact with each other as far as they should, and those are the things that I want to bring to light. This is one of the reasons I'm doing this documentary, just because we have so many different diversities here on this campus particularly, but all PWIs, that we should all collaborate and get to know each other, not only as a networking environment, but as far as a working environment to help achieve our goals all at once. Going to an HBCU had nothing but excitement. The whole 4 years I was there. The yard is totally different at the HBCU. Everybody's out. We're always constantly having music and DJs playing. Everybody's joining around, being in a very happy mood. Here at the school, I haven't been able to see a lot of that. At the PWI, it's been a lot of fun, excitement times here, but some of the times that I experienced at the HBCU can never be matched up. Just knowing that you're dealing with parties every week, but also during that week, you're able to also get your schoolwork done. But when that Thursday hit, it's nothing but drinking and partying the whole time you're there. And that's something that we did, but we also responsible for. But mainly going to HBCU, man, you meet your lifelong friends. I met guys that I still are very close with today, still loyal to me today. We speak throughout the week. We taking trips together, going out of country, and making different missions with our lives. But we also stay in contact when building with each other, also supporting each other through different opportunities that we get throughout our lifestyle. Being in college, period, you meet people that you are going to be lifelong friends when you gain that bond with forever. So that's something that's very beneficial for those who choose to go to college. was pledging, of course, the great fraternity of Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated. 1906, man, pledging Spring 13, Beta Iota, seated on the campus of Winston-Salem State. Oh man, being able to have an opportunity to step with your brothers and interact with everyone on campus, just the excitement that we bring. The yard is totally different at the HBCU.
How do you feel about the Divine Nine and what you guys bring to the white community?
Hello, my name is Mason Dunstan.
Since you didn't attend the HBCU community.
I feel like we bring a lot of unknown knowledge to the PWIs because, not trying to be racist, but I feel like a lot of white people don't really understand Black Greek organizations as to, if you go to an HBCU, everybody knows about it.
When these white guys graduate, white women graduate from their schools or join Greek organizations, they always funnel money back to their organization.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like those white guys, bro, like you go to some campuses, bro, and it's like fraternity row. Like 10, 11 houses for white fraternities. But brothers, we Phi Beta Sigma, Alpha Phi Alpha, Kappa Alpha Psi. We leave, come up, and don't funnel back into ain't no reason, bro. We got
funnel back into our school.
Ain't no reason why we got all these brothers out here, bro. You know, repping Alpha Phi Alpha, repping Kappa Alpha Psi, and like you making 6, 7 figures in some cases, and your fraternity, your chapter don't got a house.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You having to rent out rooms on your campus to have chapter meetings. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I was thinking about a couple years ago. Just me and some homeboys or whatever, just sitting around talking shit.
Actually, we talk because they
And I wanted to show you guys that going to an HBCU, there's nothing wrong with that. And going to a PWI, there's nothing wrong with that at all. You have to find what best fits you and what best fits the future of your life and how you want to live your life.
If you had a chance to attend an HBCU, do you think you would have made that decision?
I think I would have, had I been able to find an HBCU that would have offered what I was looking for. My central reason for attending Western Kentucky University is because it's broadcasting.
Right.
Being a junior in high school is when I, put my foot down and decided this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to broadcast the news. Whatever's going on in people's community, I want to be the person that's bringing them that information.
Absolutely.
And had there been an HBCU that was, as competitive, as good as Western Kentucky University, I absolutely would have, looked more into it. Right. Unfortunately, in this region, being from Tennessee, Western Kentucky just being an hour north, it was both convenient, where I could be close to home, and I could be educated in a manner that I felt like was going to prepare me for my future.
Does just depend on where you go, because it's TSU. I mean, but there's still prestigious people that go to TSU.
Well, yeah, but like K-State and like those aren't obviously as good as schools as like Howard.
Yeah, of course, and plus they don't have the same amount of money and budget that everybody else does.
So you can't really say like HBCU versus PWI. It's just like, because some HBCUs are great and some are not. Same with PWIs. So.
Experience, I look at accreditation. And if one school is accredited and the other is not, I think that would be a difference. But if both schools are accredited, in my opinion, then both schools would be held at the same standard or would get the same accreditation And the only way it would be different is a person would use their perception or their preference or their prejudice to think one was better than the other. But to me, it falls back to accreditation. And some people may use their assumptions and their stereotypes to say one school may be better than the other. But again, that's their perception and their stereotypes that shouldn't be there.
First of all, I think that the question is offensive. And that, no, this is good. And offensive in the sense that it assumes that there is a different value to be had in the two institutions, and that education is more valued by at a PWI. And that's just not your question. That's the assumption that a lot of people in the United States especially have. I think for me, it comes down to an HBCU made me what I am today. It prepared me academically, and more importantly, it prepared me emotionally and mentally. When I graduated, there was never any question that I could do something. There was never any question that I was capable. I was nurtured. I grew up in an environment, in college especially, I was in an environment that assumed that we were going to achieve. There was no thinking that black folks couldn't do anything. And you didn't have to prove yourself in that sense. You didn't have to prove your worthiness. It was assumed that you were a good student and that we were going to be prepared well. So not only that, but at that time for the HBCUs, the reason that we had the HBCUs were because we were not allowed to go anyplace else. People forget that. We were legally kept out of the predominantly white institutions. And so as a consequence, then not only were the black students kept out, but the black faculty too. So we had the black intellectuals all at the historical black college because that's the only place they could go. So we had the best, we had the experts, we had the expertise. So there was never any question. So we had the expertise, we had the nurturing that came out of this idea that you're worthy, that you are young, gifted, and black, and we're going to help you we're going to help you achieve your potential. So for me, that was my foundation. So that when I did go to a PWI for graduate school, I was bombarded with you're not worthy, you're not great, you came from HBCU, so I know your education is not great. But I knew, I had never heard that before. And I knew that I was great. I knew that I was something because I had been told that for my entire career. So when I did hear that, it bounced off me.
No, probably not.
Why?
Because I don't like being a minority. It'd probably make me feel uncomfortable. So that's probably why I wouldn't.
I think I would go to PWI over HBCU just because it is more diverse on like a major scale. But at the same time, I would consider going to
if I could go back to senior year of high school, I would have chose HBCU. But really, it would have came down to money. But like, if money was no object, I would have went to HBCU because basically the girls look better there, and it probably would have been funner and like a better experience. So yeah, I would have probably went there.
African American students at HBCUs and PWIs because it's all about a sense of balance.
So personally, I think you should go to an HBCU if you're an African American. The education is a good. The education is solid. Your professors care about you. There's no question that you're worthy, so you don't have to continue to improve that. To prove that. So my first answer would be you need to go where you're comfortable.
I always told myself I wanted to be better than my parents. You know, my mother never went to college. My father did his time in college. He got us degrees. I always told myself that 2 degrees is always my ultimate goal. So once I finished up and got closer to graduating from undergrad, I knew my next step was my master's. Mainly because of the particular field I'm in, with it being in the sports world, a very difficult field to get into. Like most people say, it's always about who you know. And this is one of the fields where you really have to know a lot of people to get your foot in the door. But like all jobs, if you put in the hard work and effort, you obtain any goal. And that was my mission, you know. I took a lot of sacrifices. I didn't let anyone tell me I couldn't do something. And that's what I did. I chased this master's and I obtained it.
Hold on. Everybody ain't got everybody. Everybody pull it out. Ain't got everybody. Okay. Okay. Like a song in time. Okay. Squad.
Budget KOK today camp. Me and my girl plan to stay to the end. Hoping never come a day where we be better as friends. We in a marathon. We could build a marathon. Arguments as parents, they get deeper than a baritone. I've been getting blocked. Just trying to make songs with friends. Labels told me to my face that they own my friend. I got the pray like am I after too legit? I got the power, I can pro Lucifer with crucifix. I cannot strip on stupid shit. I stand out like I'm ludicrous. I know some folks that talk so much you think they drive a Uber whip. Damn, Queen said why we in a queen bed. I said it's yours, don't worry, little bean head. I'm just here to catch my breath. I got a